Finna crank up and get into this next episode. We've been down for a couple weeks. We've been on vacation, so I want to first of all thank everybody for remaining patient, kicking it with us. To my right, looking down on his phone as normal, the star of the show, aka Ruff, Greg Dawson. What's going on with you?
You said it right. I should have been the last one announced, but go ahead.
But I did it because you were closer. Okay. I know the people watch the show for you. That's who they come to see. You're so right. I mean, I got to announce you first.
Right. Walter's gonna tell you the next part. You're also something else, but
okay. And to the one with the most sense out the crew, to the left, Dade City's Finals, aka world famous Waldo. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, man?
Now you welcome.
Oh wow!
Now you welcome tonight.
You welcome. You welcome. Nah, I did.
You did that for him.
I know he was waiting on it.
Okay.
You welcome.
All right. So with all the humor out the way, man, our special guest tonight, man, is entrepreneur, author, got a lot of good things going. Just heard he just came back from the Far East, Thailand, Indonesia. And that's major. And I remember back in the day, those folks get them knockoff bags and doing stuff like that,
Wow. That's where it was coming from.
That will come from, yeah.
The fifth.
So without further ado, man, let's bring him on here, man. Cashville's on. And that's, if some of y'all don't know, that's down there in Nashville, Tennessee, I-40 area. Vic Gurley Jr., welcome to Chop Shop, bro.
Hey, appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Let's get into it, man. Like, I mean, I heard a lot of good stuff about you. Coming out of Nashville, what was your path? What you see yourself doing?
Really, I started off with the typical, be the first one to go to college, graduate from college.
Okay.
That didn't happen.
Don't feel bad. Like I said, you're by yourself.
So I came out with that pressure on my shoulders. So I went to University of Tennessee, dropped out after about a year and a half, 2 years, sophomore year.
Okay.
After that, ended up back home. I was actually with my girlfriend in the projects, and just doing whatever in the street.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I get it. Hey, I can relate. Trying to make something happen.
Making life happen. That's all.
And one day I came home, sat down. We had our bed was a mattress on the floor with a headboard pushed up against the wall.
I wasn't even connected, just
a mattress and a headboard. That was it.
Something else on it.
So I sat down and I was like, man, mind you, I'm damn near sitting on the floor because I'm sitting on the mattress.
On the mattress.
I'm like, man, this ain't it. I just left from University of Tennessee. I'm here sitting. I got to get out of here. So out there, they deliver phone books. Nobody picks up the phone books, so they be sitting on the porch all the time. Okay. I walk past it every day. So I went down there, I picked it up. I called a recruiter I called a Navy recruiter. Went in the next morning, took the little test, said, "Hey, when can I get up out of here?" Okay, because that was like I used to say I had never joined the military, but that was kind of like my last resort.
Yeah.
So I did that, and then kind of everything from there just been growing from there and building.
So when you joined the military, what job you had in the Navy?
I actually started. It's called a nuclear engineer is what and the only reason I had no idea what it was. It was
you never do. They don't know. You just they give you a description of the job, and then you have no idea what it is.
Yeah,
you just out there.
Yeah.
So supposedly it was the hardest or the most advanced or hardest to qualify for in the military behind SEALs because you gotta be smart. I'm smart, but I wasn't really into that. So when I got to the school, it's a bunch of like super nerds. Like I'm smart, and I always been that way, and
but you got a little edge to you.
But I'm talking like they
like Jeopardy,
they run around
Jeopardy
with capes and lifesavers and stuff, like grown men.
Oh wow,
yeah. So I was like, yeah, this ain't it. So I failed my test on purpose, so I could get out. Because if I would have passed it, I would have been stuck in that rate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I failed it on purpose, and then they was like, well, you qualify for anything. So I went IT because I always been good with computers. So, but yeah, I only did nuke because they had a signing bonus. But they ain't tell me I wasn't gonna get it all up front.
That's why I was
Yeah.
with Charlie. I
That-
went and looked on you looked on that right line, that right
Yeah.
side. You didn't do that in the Air Force?
Yeah, no, that's why I
they-
did.
I saw $4,000. Talking about 1985, $4,000.
Yeah, this
Give
one.
me that one.
This one was 15.
Oh, I might
And
still be there.
I said, that's why I said I don't even care what the job is.
Just let me get that rack. Let me get them racks,
And
bro.
I'm thinking like, once I
And
go,
he just
I get it.
left the projects on the bed on the floor.
Bed was messed up, yeah.
And the headboard not even attached to the bed. It's just there.
Fast, get hit in the head.
Yeah. So, but I ain't see none of it because
Oh, you had to qualify. You had to go.
it was 3 parts of school. School was 2 years, longest school in the military.
Yeah, that's a
So,
tough job.
6 months is the first one. They give you a third of it after you pass the first one.
Where did-
That's the one where I failed the test on purpose, so I wouldn't be stuck in it.
Where you started out at?
It was in Goose Creek, South Carolina. Yep,
When
that's where
did
the
your neck of the
school was at.
woods? You was in South Carolina too, right?
Something, yeah.
Something, okay.
Yep.
Charles.
Then I went to Pensacola for IT
okay.
school.
Okay. So leaving Nashville, going to Goose Creek, what was that like? Culture shock a little bit, because I know I ain't never heard of Goose Creek. I know ain't much going on.
It's a base there.
Yeah, it's a base
It's a
there.
base there.
What they close to, like Myrtle Beach, Hilton Head, or
It ain't.
Orangeburg, Spartanburg?
I was moving around, so
Okay.
like going into the military, it was kind of a joke to me. Like boot camp, everybody was so serious, and mind you, I was 20, about to
Okay.
be going in 21, so I wasn't like 18 coming out. Like I
Yeah.
already experienced the real world, so y'all don't scare me. So when I got to the school, that first weekend, of course we ain't supposed to go nowhere. I bought a flight and I went to Nashville to get my car. And I drove back so that way I could move around. Cause like you couldn't we was stuck. You had to wear your uniform all the time.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, this ain't it. So
Okay.
I remember my roommate, he flew in with me. He came from Tennessee too. He was from like Cooksville, I think.
Okay.
And I was like, hey man, I'm about to fly home. He was like, all right, I got you. And that was it. I flew home and then I was moving around.
Wild, like what? Like as soon as you got there,
Yeah. The first weekend.
after basic.
So I got the so basic, you know, goes from basic to A school.
Yeah,
So in A school, I was there. That first weekend that I was there, I flew home. I was there Monday through Friday. Friday afternoon,
that's crazy.
I flew home.
They ain't even let us off the base.
You're bold. You couldn't get too far.
Yeah,
out
see,
there.
I had to. Yeah, that's the thing. I had to get off the
Finesse.
base. You weren't supposed to leave the base.
Yeah,
I can imagine.
But I'm just sitting back here trying to process that. Like, they supposed to check on you every night to see if you accounted for, correct?
They
on
only
the
did
weekend.
random. They only
Yeah.
did random checks.
especially like on the weekend. They not. They
Yeah, on the weekend.
They
Yeah.
off. They trying to be off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're trying to.
So like,
and he's in AIT. Well, whatever y'all's
A school. He
Yeah,
called it.
A school.
A school. Yeah.
How far of a drive was that?
He flew.
No, I mean, you flew. He said you drove back, though.
Yeah.
I don't even remember. It won't nothing too crazy.
Okay. That's
About
wild,
5
though.
hours,
Yeah,
5
it was
hours.
So
probably
did you hang out a little bit when you went back home?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you telling
Nigga, what you what you doing here, bro?
I get the feeling that you like Vlad right about now.
Yeah.
No, ain't that like that? We take that's 15, 20 years ago, man. That's long gone.
They can't give me now.
Yeah, they can't get them now. We just chopping it out.
He
Yeah,
already hot.
you know what I'm saying. So you did that for 2 years, and then what was your next move after that?
I mean, I guess fast forward. I mean, I did the military thing. I deployed a couple times.
How long was that?
I did 6 months. I did 2 that were 6 months. So basically, I was with a helicopter squadron. So we had a detachment in Korea. So it wasn't like a deployment where I was like on the ship. Actually, I was never on the ship. I was in the Navy, but I never was on the ship.
That's the craziest thing I done heard, bro.
Yeah.
You never did
I flew everywhere. I flew everywhere. So, because I was with the squadron, I flew over there. We was getting per diem every day. So, I'm like, oh, this gravy, because I'm getting my check on top of getting per diem every day.
Yeah.
Right.
How long you was over there?
6 months.
Yeah, you got paid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You got paid.
I did that,
And
came back.
and you got a bonus check somewhere in between there, right?
Nah, I ain't
Not
never
for
get the
IT.
bonus.
Okay.
He switched to IT.
Yeah, so I did that. And then my plan was to get out after my first contract. I never planned on staying in the military. They offered me this special duty here at McDill
Oh shoot.
with DIA. It's a Defense Intelligence Agency. So I was like, well, shit, I wanted to live in Florida. So
Right.
I do the extra, I think it was like 3 years I had to do. I said, I'd do that and then get out and just stay here. So that's what I did. That's how I got here.
Okay.
Okay.
So what was your first impression of getting here in Tampa? What was your first impression?
Really, I just loved it because it was Florida. I said, I get to live in
you been
Florida.
here before then, or you just had an idea you wanted to come to Florida?
I came. I had a friend of mine that moved here 3 months before I did.
Oh, okay.
So I helped him move because he had to drive down. I helped him move, and while I was here, I found a realtor because I was like, I want to buy a spot.
Right.
So he was the one that went around my realtor because I had to go back to Virginia
Right,
where I was at.
okay.
So he would FaceTime me, and that's how I found my first house. I didn't see my first house until the day I actually drove from Virginia to here to my
Okay.
closing.
Wow.
Got my keys and then went to the house.
Wow.
Now my first time seeing it for the first time.
That's crazy. So, and what year was this?
2015. I was 24. About to be
Yeah,
25.
that was
Oh, yeah, that's sweet.
that was different. That's
Yeah, you
thinking
throw your
about-
homeowner at 25. That's a game
And
changer.
you,
But
and
as-
you show he's really grounded too, because that's a hustle.
And and to just think of buying a house virtually at that time, that's crazy. If
Yeah.
you think about it.
Yeah. So where that came from though is I hung out with a lot of pilots. Like I was in the helicopter squadron.
Yeah.
And the pilots, like they officers, but they
Right.
like big ass kids.
Oh, I know. I was in Air Force.
Yeah. So like we used to talk shit and we kick it all the time. They talking about stocks and all these different investments and stuff like that. So I would listen to them.
You soaking up game.
Yeah, so like when we deployed, it's real lax because
Right.
everybody
That's-
everybody like the same. Nobody really care about rank.
Right.
So
Care about surviving.
we sitting around bonfires and they having little conversations about, oh yeah, I put 5,000 in this and doing all these different things, and that's how I caught on.
Okay. So with that, when you listening to them, and that's kind of like what Fee was saying when he came on, just talking about how guys were giving him knowledge and dropping gems on him.
His cellmate, the one who was in the
Yeah,
cell.
exactly. So when you catching this game, you seeing what they doing. Okay, I want to get my feet wet. What did you do? What steps you took then?
Well, once I learned about the VA loan, I said, "Oh, that's a no-brainer." It was a no-brainer. So when I got the house, it was really just like I just want to buy something.
Right.
I don't want to rent, so I just want to buy something.
Right.
So I wasn't too set on like, oh, it's got to be this, it's got to be that. I ended up getting a great deal. It was actually a foreclosed home. So the bank owned it. They had fixed it up some. They didn't fix everything, but it was a big house. It was 3,300 square feet.
Oh my God.
Had a pool.
Wow.
It's in Riverview, Boyette Creek.
Okay.
Okay.
So that was my first house.
Okay.
So of course at 24, like you can't tell me nothing now.
No.
And then coming here and being the new kid on the block,
Yeah.
it was
Oh yeah, it's love. Like I said, yeah, new face. Don't nobody know you.
Yeah.
I
And with
already.
the
Hey,
house, you still got the house?
I can relate.
I just sold that one last year.
So that was your first. That was your first investment, then. Okay. So let's get into the entrepreneurial aspect of how did that come together? Like getting out the military, I ain't working for nobody. I'm doing my own thing.
I never really wanted to work for anybody.
Okay.
the military is one of them things where it was a stepping stone because I had to
something
get out of
greater
where I
down the
was
line.
at. So
He say the same thing.
that's what that was. And so I started businesses while I was in. Actually, when I started my first like official like legit business, a week after, actually 9 days after I moved to Tampa, I got DUI. Driving from St. Pete to Riverview.
That's crazy.
Block party, club.
So at this
What is
time,
that? First Friday in St.
First Friday, St. Pete.
well, it wasn't first Friday, but I was out
was
there.
swinging.
Yeah. So, and I just remember I was like, damn, because I just got this house. I closed on the house June 11th. I got that June. It was June 20th.
Man, that's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
That's
yeah.
tomorrow. June 11th tomorrow. That's crazy.
It was the day before my birthday is when I got the DUI. And I just remember like, damn, mind you, at this time I was still waiting on my furniture to be shipped to like
You
all
still
my
in the military?
yeah.
Oh.
So I hadn't even checked in to my I hadn't even checked into my duty station yet.
Oh.
So of course, you know, they catch it over the airways.
Yeah.
So they called me like, hey, yeah, we heard what happened. You know, we still gonna take you in, but you gonna have to check in early.
Right.
okay.
So I was like, all right. So it was one of them things where I remember I told my supervisor, I said, look, I'm cool. I understand I messed up. I'll take whatever consequences come. What I will tell you, if I get dropped in rank, I got to get out the military because I can't maintain.
Right. Or you in a E5 or E4?
E4.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't.
You go to E3, boy. You.
So I told him that, and I was very serious. I was like, I just want to give you a heads up because he was real cool, black dude. You know, he was like, you know, we gonna figure it out. Don't sweat. So yeah, I was like, man, if I get dropped,
it was
I
a
got
DUI with no property damage or nothing, right?
Nah. So that happened, and then it was just going from there. And I remember the day that I got out. You know, I stayed overnight at Orient Road. So I stayed overnight, and I remember that day that I got out, I was supposed to be having a pool party at the house for my birthday. Okay. So
you canceled the pool party?
So homeboy pulled up. They pulled up. It was like, yeah, man, we told everybody we ain't having a pool party, you know, because of what happened. I said, fuck that. Tell them bring their ass.
I'm out now.
So yeah, and
you ain't getting no DUI. You already home.
I said, look, man, it's already done now. Like I might as well.
Yeah, we're gonna party. Let's party.
I'm gonna have my little last shebang, and then I'm gonna go into hiding and deal with what I gotta deal with.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's up, man. Everybody go through something, bro.
Yeah, everybody goes about things, but then the thing is, like I said, on Orient, they got you on them shifts. That's 7 to 7. So like I say, if you in that build grind, you got to sit for a minute, and that's aggravating.
Yeah.
Did they get you out quicker because you're in the military?
Nope.
Don't care about that. Don't care about that. Yeah. The only thing that worked in my favor was I was able to build myself. I was able to pay my own. Like once they, you know, when they in process.
With your bond.
I just gave him my card right then. It was like $500. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and
we ain't got to wait.
Yeah.
Call.
Like I said, you go to court, get that out, you move forward.
I called the bail bondsman.
Yeah.
There is no.
You are using the military?
Nah.
Oh, that's.
No, I was out. There is no bail. You gotta sit.
Yeah.
There is no bail. You gotta
And
sit.
the thing, that's the
what?
You gotta play that sitting game. That's tough.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's tough.
I'm in there talking, bro. I'm finna go. I don't care.
This ain't gonna be long at all.
I got a bond, man.
Yeah, I ain't even finna shave clothes.
Man, I'm just waiting on them. Let me use the phone, bro. All I need is use the phone.
See, I ain't even get that. Cause they said that, so they give you wristbands. And you gotta get a wristband like with the picture on it or whatever. I had like the entry one that just had my name and information on it. So I never got no phone call.
So you gotta wait. You
I
gotta
was
wait,
literally
like,
just sitting there.
And I'm sitting back thinking, they told your car too, didn't they?
Yeah.
Told your car, so
Yep. It
then
was
you
in
got to
the
get
impound,
out.
so I had to go
You
pay
had to
for
go
that
get
too.
the car at the pound. That's another $600-700. Like I said, yeah, that's crazy.
DUI is expensive.
Yeah.
That's
Don't drink and drive.
that's where the money at.
Yeah.
And then I found out Hillsborough County #1 in the nation for
Oh, yeah.
DUI.
Yeah. And you know, I think
Dang,
something
they
with that
is?
is that,
I ain't know that.
Yeah.
But you sit back and
I
think,
know there's a
though,
lot of them.
In Florida's no longer.
but you sit back,
safe to
it's
stay.
so many deterrents. You can go to the beach, you go to Ebo City, you go to the casino. It's so many places. South Soho, it's so, the crate, now they hit the crate.
Yeah,
It's
the
so
crate
many
be
things
stupid.
you can do. And nobody ever says, I'm telling you, like, what we should do, we should start what you call a driving, a drunk driving a team. So if you drunk, call up. We'll get you home.
I've been,
Don't call
I've been
Uber.
telling people that for years. That's what
I'm
I did when
telling
I was
you.
in the military.
I'm
That's
telling
why
you, like I
never
said,
started
you'd be
drinking.
surprised. Take people
Yeah.
out here drunk, staggering.
Yeah.
I'll come get you.
Yeah, we'll come get you.
I ain't never been that drunk driving.
But you
Yeah.
want you when you having a quiet taste, you know what you can and what you.
I mean, I'm grown now, but it's done been nights where
Yeah.
I ain't had no business driving.
Here he
I
go.
ain't get
Here
caught.
he go. You know there's a
I ain't get
camera on,
caught. Yeah,
Yeah.
they got to catch me, and I got to take the breathalyzer.
Hey, I done drove. So
it-
I done been to Club Atlanta, so I can relate. I can definitely relate. So
That was a long time ago, man. I was young.
okay, so now we get the house. We 2002. We done moved. We got the house. What got you now? Okay, we done got the house. What's your next step after that? What we doing after that?
So after the DUI, that's where I was gonna go. So that's when I started an IT company.
Okay.
So I started the company and I didn't really know how to run it. Like I knew what to do with computers, but I didn't
Okay.
know how to do it
As far as
in a business, like to
Okay.
get clients. So I found a company, this on-site computer repair company. And so guy called me, he hired me. So I started doing that. So after I would get off work on base, I would go do that. So basically just going to people's house, fixing their computer. And once I seen how that was running, I said, that's what I'm gonna do. So then I started forming mine. I already had the LLC set up.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, I'm gonna use this same structure. So what
And I don't mean to cut you out. You doing this for the age of 30, right?
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was 25.
That's crazy. But go ahead, keep going, bro. My bad. I got it. That's real, bro. 25, like I said, you making moves. It's like we all have the entrepreneurial spirit in us, but like you say, you making moves, big moves at 25. That's major, bro. Don't let anybody tell you that. That's salute to you. So go ahead, keep going. My bad.
Yeah, so that was my blueprint basically. So I said, all right, well, this dude paying me $20 an hour and charging these people $96 an hour. So the one that really like it flicked for me, I went in and it was something that was missing on their desktop. Anyway, I was in and out of that house in 6 minutes. And they had to pay $96.
And he was like, bro, this it. This me.
But I'm only making $20.
Right.
But I'm
You burn your own
doing the work.
gas and burn your own gas.
Yeah. So I was like, all right. So what I started doing is every time I got client like
Go do
bookings,
some work. Yeah.
I had cards. I had my
Yeah.
own business cards.
Yeah.
So I
You
was
hustling.
like, hey, look, I ain't gonna be with this company too much longer. So, if y'all need help, here you go. That's how I built my clientele for
Okay.
the business.
Make sure when you do
Hey,
yours, you put
Vic,
it
that's stealing,
If
bro.
you do the same thing, not unless there's a no compete clause in this contract, but we'll
Yeah.
get to that later on.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
see, I didn't even have all of that.
Yeah.
I didn't have.
Okay, that was
I'm
pretty
surprised
smart.
the insurance guy already know about non-compete clauses.
I know about non
Yeah, but I mean, it's the business. I mean, like,
it's a hustle.
No.
it's a hustle. Like, no, but it's like I said, it's a hustle. And the thing is, everybody, you sit back and think, the light came on for you. A lot of guys work for the company, they just do the work and don't think nothing about it.
Yeah.
So you think like, damn, I was here for 6
I'm
minutes.
doing a hustle, getting hustle.
So you sit back and think, and then when you get through with that 6-minute job, you got another job to go to. So that's if it take you do 3 jobs, they getting $288, and you getting
60.
It depends on how many hours it takes.
How many hours it takes? That's what I'm saying.
He might only work 1 hour for them 3 jobs.
But you paying
still out of gas. You got wear and tear on your car.
So this way it finna get funny.
You do 3 jobs in 1 hour.
When you told her you were leaving, how they took that?
Actually, I told them because I was actually deploying again.
Okay.
So I was like, well, I'm about to deploy, so I'm about to be out. I ain't gonna. So I did that, and I actually did deploy.
Okay.
But I also had a couple guys that I had here. So it was guys that worked with me that I was like, yo, y'all trying to make some money.
Come with me.
Yeah. So I had
now you paying them $20
guys that I worked with.
But quiet as kept though.
That's the game,
Right,
bro.
but quiet as kept though.
Capitalism.
But you the one putting the money. You the one putting the money.
Yeah,
You the one staying the most to lose. So I'd rather get this 20 working with my partner.
And damage his relation and his reputation.
No, it's not that reputation, like I said, because it's always gonna be business.
Yeah.
Just like I said, if Waldo has something, okay, deal, I'm gonna bring you in. I work for Waldo, but in my mind, I'm thinking Waldo gonna take care of me better than a job would. Because I'm working with him. And you probably would. And then you probably wouldn't either. So y'all a bad example.
For that, I apologize.
I'm gonna be worse than a job.
Hey, apologize for giving these people the impression I would hire you. Since you want to sit up here.
I can't stand, dog.
Damn.
Hey, we're gonna take our first break, man. We definitely get to the hustle. I mean, that's a Vic. In fact, change his caption to Ultimate Hustler. I don't even like put Ultimate Hustler for Vic Gurley Jr., man, because he is that dude. So as we do every show, we dedicate to my man Will D. Man, he left us August 2022. Got some good stuff on his apparel line, Cigar Life, CIGARLYFE.com. Go check him out. Got some good stuff on there for those that get into the cigars. And to my man Ruff to my right, let him know what you got going on with GD Naps.
Well, yeah, I'm still great.
He wearing glasses. Like, I just peep wearing glasses.
Yeah.
All these celebrities. Y'all go ahead, man. I feel so naked. Go ahead, bro.
It gives me more of that militant look, but I'm still Greg Dawson, GD, non-attorney pro se consultants. I'll say that we
Castro were.
No, we help people with without giving you legal advice through the court system. Go to my website. Go to the YouTube page. You'll see my last couple of
What's the name of the YouTube page?
It's Greg Doss GD NAPSC on YouTube. Right. But yeah, check it out. You can actually see me live inside of a court hearing. And we have a couple more things coming up. He
be talking so crazy in court. He be talking so crazy in court.
No, I don't.
I've been studying. I've been studying the judicial system the past year.
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you that he be real. He be aggressive. I just be like, man,
talk to, bro. He's smarter than he look.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if that's a compliment or not, but I'm gonna let that one fly. But my kids have said that too. If somebody looked at you, they wouldn't know you know what you know. What the hell that mean? But no, we try to help people out, and we're starting. Starting to expand. So I'm probably going to shut down Tampa operations. I'm going to take my little big brother's advice.
What Fred told about? What Fred told about? Whatever you do, don't let ignorant you are.
Yeah, don't let me know how ignorant. See, that's what messed us up. Hey, whatever you do, don't let nobody know how ignorant you are. But yeah, we have. I have had some recent clients that have contacted me and kind of persuaded me to do what you did
outside of the state.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't egg him on. I had to listen to him.
I'm trying to tell him, man.
Yeah, I know what you got to say. But anyway, check us out, gdnapsc.com, and when you call, I answer.
And we do got receipts.
Plenty of them.
We do not own the right to this music. Torres, give us some. Be back by the minute.
File a motion to disqualify a judge again. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, you gonna. All right, perfect. Yeah, good setup, Torre. We'll get back to the second segment of Chop Shop. Got my man, a.k.a. Ruff, Greg Dogs, world famous
What?
Waldo, and our special guest tonight, Vic Gurley Jr. Now, if you take a look
Ultimate
at,
hustler.
the Ultimate Hustler, you take a look at the book we got right here, Why Don't We Ask Why? My man Vic put this book together. Let the people know what it's about and let me know where this came from, how this come together.
So it's about purpose and self-discovery. It's three characters, or it's written from perspective of three characters: a man, an elephant, and an apple tree. So the idea is to get people to recognize the whys within their lives and be able to understand, why do we believe the things that we believe in? Why do we treat people the way that we do? Why do we love how we do? Things like that. So I wanted to hit every end of the spectrum. So the apple tree, the simplest, the man, obviously the more complex. So if you think about an apple tree, when an apple tree is planted, what does it grow? Apples.
Hopefully.
It's not going to grow oranges. It's not
Right.
going to grow lemons. No matter what goes on around it, its only purpose is to grow apples.
Right.
So as you get more complex, you have outside influences that shape and shift and typically get you further away from your divine purpose and what you was actually put here for. So the purpose of the book is to get people to identify the whys in their lives and understand how they got to where they are and how to make the adjustments they need to get back on track to their purpose.
Now,
So
I want to ask you, when you came up with the thought process of putting this together, what do you do to get in your creative space? Because we all do. We all like different things. Some people might listen to music. Some people may smoke. Whatever it is that you get in. But it's the truth, though.
Yeah.
It's the truth. You listen to a lot of people. They say, "I sit back."
mushrooms.
Shrooms for some, whatever it is. I'm just saying. Exhibit A. So I'm saying when you get in your space, what gets you there? Like what made you come? That's deep. When you're talking about three different entities, I wouldn't even thought that deep into it. Because I'm thinking when you say 3D, I'm thinking you're talking about a man, a woman, a child. Or, you said the elephant, the apple tree. I'm like, well, okay. So I'm already like, damn. Okay, how we end up here? So go ahead, brother. Proceed.
Really, most of it comes from experiences.
So some of this is based upon you. You got yourself in here a little bit.
There's some similarities.
Okay.
But I made the story to where it's something that people can relate to, and then there's a lot of symbolism.
Okay.
So
had to take English, you know that.
yeah,
You had to take English. Symbolism.
He passed. That's one of the classes he passed at Tennessee.
Yeah.
Read.
Yeah. Symbolism. I caught that, huh?
yeah. But so I guess the overall what inspired this, the beginning of 2023, I had a partner of mine, business partner. We was working on an app together. Long story short, ended up stealing about $103,000.
But it was 103.
A partner of yours?
Yeah.
Damn.
So my initial reaction was, I'm gonna kill this dude. Like,
Understood.
what stopped me, I'm pacing back and forth in my living room. My son come up, tugging at my leg. So I look down like, damn, I can't do nothing if I wanted to.
Right.
So obviously, I had to calm down.
That's your why.
So from that point, I started thinking about all the things I had to do, sacrifices I had to make that money.
Right.
And then I thought about how fast it was just gone.
Right.
So that forced me to question, why do we chase this the way that we do if it can be taken just like that?
Right.
So that's kind of what sparked me asking questions, and that turned into me studying the government structure, the judicial system, case law, financial system, how the banks work, how money is created, all of that. So all of 2023, that's what I did every single day. I didn't work. I did that every day.
You said you were doing some study, and you're talking about like, you're not talking about stuff like fractional reserve banking. You're just talking about just modern money mechanics, more like the modern money mechanics.
I actually have that, but but you know that it goes a whole lot deeper. So once you start actually studying those things, it turns into so many different rabbit holes because it's so much that we don't know.
Absolutely.
So that's why I say when I say the entire year, I'm talking every single day.
You putting some time
from
into that.
sun up to sundown.
But you know what? It took a circumstance, because actually that's how I actually started with law. Because if you'd asked me what an HCC, this would have been the first thing from my mind.
But I think also with that is that then you have to question, why do people keep making bad decisions? It's like, that's what I'm thinking, like, why do people make bad choices? Why do people continue to put themselves in ruts and don't never ever get out of bad situations? Like, and some people just say, I just don't have the luck. I said, no, these are choices, and that's just me.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you make bad choices, you never ever ever get out of that. But like I say, the thing with the dude stealing the money, man, that's and especially like you say, a partner. That's the thing, like I say, with trust is when you believe in somebody and you think, you know what, okay, this is my partner, we're gonna be. And to go left like that, man, like, were you able to make contact with him? Like, you know, damn, bro, why would you do me like that? Like,
nah, so I didn't.
Okay.
But where my mind went after that, it was tough, and it really had me messed up, like mentally.
Right.
But I also was at a point where it's like, well, I can't just sit and soak in it.
Right.
Like I got I'm a full-time dad.
right.
I got mouths to feed. So, so what I wanted to do was find a silver lining.
Right.
All right, cool. Yeah, this messed up situation, obviously. Right. Now I want to understand the why behind everything. I want to understand everything. The ins and
Larry
outs.
King said the greatest question ever asked is why.
Yeah.
So after losing $103,000.
No, I don't say losing. Losing is something that's self-imposed.
After it was taken.
Okay, that's what I thought I heard the first time you was talking.
Is that where the real clothing came from, or was that something already? In
So
motion?
real actually came a year before that.
So you was already prepared for this.
Yeah.
So your mindset has always been moving forward, no matter what happens.
Yeah, because I mean,
I want y'all to understand. So Rich, the real is for Rich even after losses.
Yeah.
So that's his clothing brand.
I like that. I like that.
I like that too.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah. Appreciate
But like you said,
Appreciate
going back to the same thing, ultimate hustler, you gonna make something happen.
Yeah.
Even in your darkest day, because I know for me, if somebody beat me out $100, I'm gonna be like, man,
So
bro, you do me like that, like why? Like why? Like I would have just, if you needed it, you know what I mean? Because that relationship now is just, it's no longer.
Right. But I don't want y'all to just gloss over the fact of what he said about 2023.
Right. Every day he poured himself into. That's what he poured himself into.
But he's in a position where he did not work. He was able to put himself in a position after he lost $100,000.
No, you didn't lose it.
After the $100,000 was taken from him.
I thought I heard that.
Right. But like you said,
He was in a position to not work.
Right.
And still afford his lifestyle as a full-time dad.
Right. But even with that, and definitely what you call it, salute to you on that. But even like you said, just to go back in that time, like you say, you mad, you pacing, but when your son grabbed you, that money didn't mean nothing no more. If you understand what I'm saying.
Perspective set in.
Yeah. Because now if I do something to this dude, my little man,
he ain't gonna have no leg to pull on.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing that we have to look at. And even like, it's funny you say that, because Father's Day Sunday, we're all dads. Mm-hmm. And that we all have a purpose to provide and be there for our children. You know what I'm saying? That's very important. So, I mean, salute to you, man, for, just looking at the bigger picture. You know what? I'll get that back. Because I'm doing the right thing. And, these are lessons. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it like that because we all have gone through things with people, and you think, okay, this person, they got my back, this, and then they veer off and go. They be like, damn, but you know what? Okay. You outgrow a lot of people in your path. So I've always been told that.
Oh yeah.
And as far as the studying goes, what is the end goal as far as that's just education, just knowledge on? Are you planning on moving forward with something?
So, have you ever? So the American dream, right? Mm-hmm. Is this facade that everybody is put in front of everybody, like
white picket fence?
Yeah. So everybody is chasing that, and then everybody has their own variations of it, obviously.
Right.
So looking around at like my generation, my peers, everybody, wants the cars, the clothes, the jewelry, all these different things, and they busting their ass. They even taking penitentiary chances to be able to get those things.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't know why they want those. It's not for you. It's for other people. So it was like
for the whole.
Yeah. So I realized that I was climbing a mountain. Got to the top of the mountain just to realize I climbed the wrong mountain.
Right.
All right.
Right.
Because and I used to, like, even with mentorship, like I would try to explain to people, like, look, the material things, it ain't gonna make you happy. But what I realized in doing that is you can't tell somebody who ain't never had it. You can't tell them that. They still gonna want to go get it because they ain't never had it.
Right.
It's not until you actually get it and you experience that you actually realize that, all right, yeah, this ain't all that.
But it's funny you say that because all of us, I think for the most part, and I always like to say, got off the porch at an early age. Uh-huh. You jumped off, went to school, hung out, kicked it. So you were worldly before you even got in the military, if you understand where I'm going with it. So a lot of times you get a lot of guys, like you said, they never, and I always go back to, like, if you was in school, either you played ball, you was at the girls, you had a car, there was a lane that you had. Mm-hmm. But if you was never in that lane, you trying to find, like, what can I do that's gonna get the girls? And I tell people all the time, there are seasons that you have, and I don't mean to go back, but I tell me and Waldo talk about it, they had dogs too. If you in school, say you in college, the girls, they want guys with money. College kid ain't got no money. Mm-hmm. So now they going for the hustler. Yep. So the young hustler getting out here making $200-300 a week, that's good because she can go get Popeye churches. She winning in her mind. Yeah. So now with that young hustler get jammed up and go to prison, now the college kid, he out of school, he done graduated. Now he working. He finding his way, trying to, get it together, got a little job, might still be home about 3-4 months. Uh-huh. He branch out and move. Now he's attractive. But now he done bought house, car. His money tight. Can't really kick it like that. So now here come the hustler that did 3-4 years. He back on it. He finna go back to the same thing he been doing. And that's why we try to tell my boys, like, find your lane. Don't do what everybody else doing. Cause I done been to where I was a dude standing outside the club parking lot pimping, and I'd been a dude in the club buying all the champagne. But I'd rather be a dude parking lot pimping because I ain't spending no money. Yeah. I'm kicking it. Yeah. I'm in my own zone, but when you spending money, you hanging out, cutting up, everybody around you because you are you the outlet. You the one making things happen. And I try to tell my sons all the time, at this stage in the game, a lot of these women are looking for men that can make something happen. Mm-hmm. If you ain't got nothing going, like you say, but especially younger women. See, it's one thing, like, you and your lady got together, you was already established, you working, you got things going. And I tell you all the time, you get so much love in the city and you ain't even from here. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm genuine when I tell you
that's
that.
Everywhere I go, though.
Exactly, because once again, it's only one Waldo. And I tell him all the time, Vic, Waldo is that dude. And
Yeah.
ain't nothing I would do for this clown either. But I say that to say, you look back. I'm talking about you. But what I was saying with that, Vic, is that young, and I'm trying to tell my boys, like, you can't take girls the drive-throughs when they 22, 23. They want to sit down, get them a drink. But here we go again. And I'm talking about my boys. I want to be ugly. But young boys don't want to spend no money.
They don't got no money though.
Yeah, they do. If you work, it depends on what you spend your money on.
Yeah,
They got
See what I'm saying?
They spend on that
They got money
designer.
for some things.
They buying designer, that Zar. They
That's
get
all.
that
Still
gas.
out now.
They getting that gas.
Call it petroleum.
And they definitely get that designer, bro. Designer clothes is where a lot of their money going.
Yeah.
Designer clothes.
Yep.
And just like you
don't
said-
even know the stories behind them.
Right.
That was why I started my brand. Because looking around, I've never been I'm a shoe guy. I like shoes, but I've never bought no designer clothes. I can't see myself spending $600 for a t-shirt. It just
That will never happen.
It just don't make sense to
I'm an old
me.
guy, so yeah.
so
Not practical.
I said I'm gonna make my own, something that actually means something, and I just wear my own stuff. That's how it started. It was like I just wanted it for me,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then people liked it, so then I started selling it.
You have a website, by the way?
Yeah.
Let's get all that
Tell
before we get out of here. Yeah.
Yeah. Realclothing.io.
We're gonna take our second break. But we'll get you to get that information up. So
Okay.
next segment, we're gonna In fact, let's do Waldo first with King's Cat. I done seen a couple
Odell Beckham.
promos lately. Yeah. Let's go get Waldo up for
Yeah, we
King's Cat
flood the
Tour Radio,
streets.
man. Y'all set up now?
No, we flooding the streets.
Okay,
man.
I'm flooding street. Yeah, there you go. You see Odell Beckham's son
So
on
y'all
there.
check us out.
Go ahead, pull it
Y'all
up for
check
us.
us out, man. Kingscare.com, care with a K. Kings_K on Instagram. For a king made by a queen. We have shampoo, beard wash.
Pomade.
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah.
Beard wash, beard conditioner,
You
beard
laughing at
oil.
pomade? They do got that, boy.
We have pomade. Yes, we
Yeah,
do.
that's what I thought it was.
Oh, I said it wrong.
Absolutely.
That's a Jordan coming out. Forgive me.
No,
I'm
that's that
sorry.
ignorant coming out.
we have
I said pomade.
we are on Amazon, so if y'all check us out on Amazon, we still working on Prime. We had a lot going on these last couple weeks,
Tori like he said
and
that's funny.
we dropped we dropped the ball on the Amazon Prime. So we had a lot going on with vibes and all that. So we getting that set up. We still getting that set up, and we are in the Brandon Mall at Everyday Shops. Y'all can check us out there.
You did mention the Zon,
And-
right?
Huh?
Amazon?
Yeah, I mentioned
Oh, okay.
that. Y'all was too busy talking during my promo.
No, I was laughing.
So
I apologize, man. That's my fault, Waldo. I'm sorry.
and we'll be in. We'll have our beard oils in a shop and a salon.
And y'all got some
here soon.
Father's Day deals coming up too, right?
Yeah, we do got some Father's Day deals. Don't ask me what they are right now. Check out the website. Everything will be on the website.
Kingscare.com, correct?
Kings Care with a K.
Okay.
And,
That's it.
Instagram Kings_Care. So check them out.
Okay, perfect. Also, you see the shirt we rocking, Elevated Designs,
Yeah, he out of uniform.
Chop
Very
Shop
much
Apparel.
so.
Yeah, Dawson's just a renegade. That's how you kick it. 813-400-7015. Also got some Juneteenth apparel coming. Go on the website, elevatedesigns.net. And last but not least, for this particular break, Carlos Martin, the auto repair center.
Uh-oh.
This way finna get funny. Wait a minute. 813-443-4730.
Who he was rocking with?
He was rocking with the Celtics. I know he's rocking with the Mavs.
Mavs, and now he with the Celtics.
Prior to Thursday. Now he all in with the Celtics.
All in.
That's my team. You know, I already like Jalen
He
Brown.
don't go
like,
all in with nothing.
Yeah.
He don't go all in.
He
He,
jumped
my
over us
dude.
winning.
he
That's
put his pinky toe in the water. He ain't going all in with nothing.
At all.
So go check them out, man. 7101 North 40th Street down in Tampa, Florida, man. They do good work. So Vic, if you ever
Great
need
work.
repairs on your vehicle, check them out. They fair with price and they take care of you. They do real good work. Because I'm learning now, man, you got to have you a solid mechanic. You got to have one.
Everybody been in the military.
these folks
know
will
that.
whoop you.
Well, I don't know. Y'all had your own vehicles in the military?
Yeah.
If you say hell yeah, I know
Yeah,
Waldo had one.
we had driver license.
No.
We could drive, bro.
You have a military
He
vehicle.
thinks that I had that, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's how
He
you
the only one in the military with a car.
military vehicle, and you always kept a mechanic in your pocket and a supply guy. But I was a supply guy, so
Oh, so you giving out supplies too?
well,
You were bartering?
no, it didn't work that way. But you always want the supply guy on your side, and you want a mechanic on your side in case something happens. especially when you like overseas or whatever. Especially back when I was in.
So you trapping supplies, basically. That's what you said there in a roundabout way.
I neither confirm nor deny.
Yeah, he ain't gonna never tell me something. That's cool.
Allegedly.
Yeah, that's his word. I got about it. Allegedly.
I was just good at what I did.
Okay, well, Torres, give us like a 2-minute break, man. We do not want to write this music. Give us something. We'll be right back.
No, we don't, man.
Don't, bro. What's going on, good people? Yours truly, EZDZ. Finna get back into the third segment of Chop Shop. A man, a.k.a. Ruff,
Third and
Greg
final.
Dawson, third and final. It is world famous Waldo. He kicking it with us, and our special guest tonight, man, ultimate hustler, Vic Gurley, Jr. So, Vic, let me ask you, man. As you know, like I said, you got your books going, you got your clothing line going. What's next? What's your next venture you looking at getting into?
Really pushing the book and the message behind it. My thing now, I think my purpose now is helping people wake up. So it's a lot of things going on that a lot of people ain't aware of. So not necessarily pushing any certain agenda, but helping people kind of discover things for themselves. So
do you think that'll turn into like a public speaking, like motivational? Yeah, that. Also, going nonprofit route, doing things like that. Cause the thing that I've noticed is
skills are lacking amongst young boys, men in our communities. I'm self-taught with all that stuff because nobody taught me. So that's another thing that I want to be able to push so that because...
What do you mean by skills as far as skills go?
Handyman skill, patch drywall, hang TVs, gardening, building things.
But yeah, I think
changing tires.
But I think something too, though, Vic, something that we overlooked is social, being able to interact with people. You know, we live in an age now where a lot of kids, when they talk, they mumbling. Mm-hmm. They don't really open their mouth when they talk.
No eye contact.
There's no eye contact, head down.
You know anybody think everybody had some form of, they're on the spectrum, I'll say it that way.
But I just think, you know, but I think, I ain't gonna say that, but I think the thing nowadays is that, like you were saying, you as an entrepreneur and a hustler, you got it the right way. Mm-hmm. And I think kids are so impressed, like you say, you talk about young African-American boys, or just young men, minority, they don't see now if you were hustling on the corner, you know, with your box Chevy with the 30s and Vogues on there, and you open the car door,
Instagram or whatever.
You're on Instagram, you know, oh man, that's Vic doing this thing. You understand what I'm saying? And it's sad to say, but hustlers get more love than honest entrepreneurs, and I never could understand that.
So I approach it different. Like I talk to kids at school.
Okay.
And anytime I talk to kids, I have a statement that I make, and I say, look, parents ain't gonna like this. I'm a 2-time college dropout. College ain't fair. Don't let nobody tell you gotta go to college.
That's true.
And that's pushed on kids so much, but nobody is teaching kids how to actually live out here, how to survive out here.
There you go.
So
there you go.
So I don't approach it from like the, oh yeah, I'm this big bad entrepreneur. I'm not walking in with suits looking like I'm coming off Wall Street.
Right.
So it's easier for them. It's easier to relate.
Identify with you, right?
And let's not hold on, dog. Let's not. He got on the Rolex just so y'all. Just so y'all can understand. Now don't think he coming in here just
walking in. Well, that's the military eye. But I was going to ask him. You know, one of the things the three of us have in common, and I don't push the military on anybody.
Yeah, not these us.
Just y'all three. That's fine.
Okay.
Y'all in the military.
The one who wasn't a part of it. You know, he pays attention to some things. But one thing we have to say is we have military experiences, and actually 3 different branches. Of course, Army was the best. But that being said, but the military gave you a world perspective because you said you were deployed.
Every episode.
Well, although you've been overseas too, right?
Yeah.
But even if it's for a brief amount of time, that brief period gave you a different perspective. That what I've learned, and I talk to this clown all the time about as well, is you can't put certain things in. You can't say ain't on aisle what
12.
You can't give that kind of world experience on aisle 12 because we don't have to Google. Now I'm 56. Thank you, Lord. I don't have to Google certain things. So when I'm talking even on Facebook to some people, I was there when it happened. Yeah. You know, when you live through things or you see things differently, you know how the world sees us as well.
All right.
Your perspective is an education that you didn't just get from the corridors of some academic institution.
Yeah, they sell curry in Japan.
So I'm gonna let Waldo go down. I'm gonna ask you. What was your question, Waldo?
I don't even remember.
Oh, well, if I can go then.
You come see that one?
Nah, the shoes don't
homemade, huh?
But I guess like you said, so when you present yourself to these kids and you talk to them, like you say, the parents may look like, well, that's not really a good example, but really it is because we're in that generation where go to school and military, that was all we were taught.
How many college degrees is in the room?
2.
Yeah, I guess.
No,
I ain't got one. I was technical.
Okay. Well, still a college degree, but okay.
But I mastered in life. What about you?
That's what I'm saying. I ain't think it was done.
And I think that's the thing that a lot of people put so much stress on because, like you say, school ain't for everybody. And I tell people And no disrespect to HBCUs, but when you get in that environment, especially when
You definitely got to be focused.
yeah,
Better be.
attention, you got to have laser focus. Because I tell people all the time, I say, you know, I went to Xavier in 1988, leaving Atlanta. And I never forget when the guy came to the house, and this was like on the Hummer, like on the flu. He told me, you know, Xavier, you know, good school down in New Orleans. You know, I said, okay. And he said, you want to know what the ratio? And I'm like, what you mean ratio? What you talking about? He said,
You
boy.
still
He
don't
said,
pay
girls.
attention to high school
He
either, huh?
said, he said, girls. He said, girls to boys. I was like, no, what's the ratio? He said 12-1. I was like, what? So I said, he said, you may be in a class of 30 people and it's just 2 guys in the class. Okay. Let me see what's going on down here.
Yeah, I'm going there.
Exactly. So when you get
picked your school like we picked our job, our
Right.
career path in the military.
so
Yeah.
you get the
Bonus.
registration, it's like, and then it's so many people from different places, but like you said, your mindset. You got to have the right mindset. 'Cause I know it's certain, like you at Tennessee, you know, you even from Nashville, but Tennessee State, even as a local, you can still venture out. You probably junior, senior in high school. They got a party on cap. We finna pull up over here. We going. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause this our city, and that's what we had. You know what I'm saying? So, fam, Tennessee State, Southern, Jackson State, Hampton, Howard, Alabama State, Texas Southern. You got to be.
I was
may
at
have been
FAM more
missed
than I was at HCC.
Sometimes college is more about creating the network, the social network is what college is also supposed to do, and I think that gets lost. I guess I've been fortunate with my kids that.
But once again, that comes from their mom being focused and driven on what they got to do.
Yeah, ain't nothing to do with their dad.
Yeah, not at all. Yeah, nothing at all.
You know, I actually asked my daughter. I said, because you talking about the private school thing, because I kept telling, because you know, this jerk here, he used to stay on me about certain things, and I'm like, because I think nothing is. I'll say it, and I have to give it again. Nothing is greater than University of Thomas Jefferson High School. But what I didn't realize is that's what happened. They don't get the good. They didn't go there.
And just if you don't know, Vic, I'm gonna cut you off. That's a high school in Carver City.
University, yeah.
And in his mind, that's the only high school ever built
That
in
matters.
this area.
That
There's
matters.
no other school
That matters.
in this area.
No,
So
there's
I just
plenty of other ones.
just-
They don't matter. But when it talks about
Okay.
the quality education, but you know what your niece said? She
It's
said
a D
everybody
school.
can't. She said everybody. Now,
It's a D school, Vic.
now, but we still have don't hate history now. But she said everybody can't do the private school thing. But she did say workload. Because I wonder, like my son, like does he ever do anything? But you know, he finished his AA, and I'm like, he doesn't. I don't think he works that hard. But he said the grind is harder at Jesuit,
Right.
than it
So
was.
if
at
you go in that environment, it becomes easier as you get to these schools because they put that, especially in these
I just
schools,
didn't-
they don't care what you have, what you play, how good. If you ain't got the grades, you ain't gonna stick.
No, you got to go.
You got to go. That's it.
They
They don't
they'll
care
put
what
you
you
out.
pay.
Yeah.
They don't care what
Put
you
you
pay.
out.
You know,
No,
so
we got a school for you. It just ain't this one.
so shout out to you, like you say, starting your little man early,
Yeah,
getting him in the game. You know, because like you say, it's
in
things
the
that.
atmosphere. They ain't got mamas like what's your boy mama that came in?
Oh, Herbert Harris, yeah.
Yeah, we
But that's
ain't got
what I
them
say.
kind of
But it's
parents
like,
no more.
and then with that, he will learn at an accelerated pace compared
It
to
makes a difference, bro.
other kids. So when he third, fourth
Unfortunately.
grade, you know, he may be sitting around with a little cousin. They be talking about stuff. And he shoot back. They be like, man, how
I
you
tell you. So
doing?
my daughter was in pre-K, so we put her into the Montessori. She just started.
And she did take after her mama too. But go ahead, bro.
Thank God. Thank you.
So-
Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Won't he do it?
So
Yes.
we went
Wow.
and did a tour, and just seeing the stuff that they doing as kids, reading, multiplication. I mean, addition, subtraction, and doing all that at their age, and looking at where she just came from the pre-K program.
Yeah.
Is night and day. Like
There's a discipline level that also is there.
And I'm looking at it like I don't know if she gonna be able to keep up. Like the teacher was like, no, we get them in all the time. We work with
They'll
individual and they develop each student. So like it's at pace. I talk to you about it, bro. Check it
Yeah.
out. bro.
Yeah, that would actually. That's why I asked where you live, because I had nothing but praises for the Montessori. You know, in fact, my daughter's written a book already, but she's writing the second one, and I don't know what happened in the public school, because I'm actually an advocate for public schools. What's happened over the years is something only me and Waldo has seen, but we need to really, because all of the kids can't really afford to get into a quality private school. But I don't think the public school, the issue is we don't have the discipline in our community that we once had.
Talking to the teacher at the Montessori school, she said the public school is the problem.
Right, because
It's
like
not.
I said, once
It's
again,
not. So she was saying they have a 3-year, like 3 years for a curriculum or how something is taught, and they have to change it, mandated by law.
yeah,
So
I just
even as a teacher, so like say you get a new teacher in, first 2 years they new teacher, that third year they comfortable doing what they doing, now they got to change it.
That's legislation then.
Yeah. So
But it-
so she's saying it's the public school like is a problem.
right, and even like now, you know, we had Jay McNarrow here play golf. He was on a 101.5 yesterday morning. Shout out to Jay, and he was saying that now, you know, in high school, kids are getting a certificate of completion. They just
They
let
got that
you.
when I was in school.
They just let you go. You know,
Got
like
that
just
when
go
I
on
was
and go
working in the
through.
school
Like
system.
So that was
Yeah, when I was-
if you don't pass the FCAT, that's what you got.
right,
No,
but now
HSCT.
But they did away with the FCAT.
No, HSCT.
But it's like
Whatever
we're
the
setting
high
we're
school
setting
competency
our
test.
children up.
They changed.
To
That was in the
But
40s when
it's
you went to
always
school.
been that. Like if you go back to the origin of the Board of Education, you know who started the Board of Education? John D. Rockefeller. He set up the Board of Education to create workers. He said,
Yeah.
I don't want a country of thinkers. I want a
Critical
country
thinkers, yeah.
of workers. That's why public school is set up the way it is. If you look
Well, that's
at the
one of the reasons they
structure, if
sent
you
the
could
women
look
to
at a
work.
public school and go look at a jail and look at how similar they are.
We're talking about things like when they sent the women into the workforce, particularly during the war, because that would give you the opportunity to access the children at a younger age. You know, I don't want to become squid on here, or they got us on high frequency radio, but I understand it. But in our communities, we had a cornbread way of learning, and if you look at the acceleration, if you listen to a black man in the 50s speak who is moderately educated, he sounds like he has a greater command of the English language despite the obstacles that he had than somebody speaking today. And
Yeah.
you have to wonder how this, we should be accelerating, but we're also the first generation of black people who won't do as well as our parents.
But I think that's also triggered by you. A lot of families in the 70s had fathers in their homes.
True.
So when you go now, say you go 30 years, 90s, 2000s, now you don't have that black man in the house.
So you don't have marriage
know?
at the same rate, because prior to 72, we were married at like a 68% clip, and then it flipped. But we remember what happened during the 80s and the
Right.
90s.
Yeah, that destroyed it.
So now you go back to asking why.
Right.
If you look at how things are, you got to go back in history to figure out, all right, when did it start getting like this? And you look at all the things, like it's out there.
Oh, information
For-
is not hiding from anybody.
Yeah. So if you look at all the things that were put in place that so many of us still are unaware of to keep us on this path to where we're not getting smarter and we're declining. Even the stuff in the food. I mean, that's a whole nother.
Yeah, I saw the guy on Chick-fil-A, man. That was crazy. Did you see that?
Yeah, how many man-made ingredients? Yeah.
40, like that was, man.
It's
Okay.
supposed
But
to
we
be
also, you
chicken,
know-
flour, and seasoning.
Yeah, but,
Right.
Yeah. we don't take into consideration, like, even like everybody likes to do things recreationally, or some people may be hooked or be addicted. I shouldn't say hooked, addicted. People forget that when you take in certain ingredients, I call them, because you say elements, it can change your molecular structure, just like crack did. Because you know your body's, it's an organism, and when you add different things to it, the composition changes.
But-
Because it attaches and it never leaves, so thus something else has to continue
Yeah.
to feed it.
But
And this-
piggybacking on what the Ultimate Hustler spoke about, I don't mean to jump in, phones. We had to use the encyclopedia
Yeah.
to go
Yeah, heavy book bags.
get information.
Yeah.
Now you can, hey Siri, Alexa, what is, you know, and that's available to you.
Yeah.
You know.
But there's so many other things because basically everything that we're made up of and how we carry ourselves in our everyday lives is based off of what we consume, and not just food. It's what we hear, what we see. So if you listen to the music now, hip hop.
Get it sexy.
If you
Get it sexy.
if you look at TV,
Yeah, go.
shows on TV, you can't. There's no show on TV now that don't have something that's promoting homosexuality or drug, all these
Yeah.
crazy things.
Yeah.
So
Every show.
Yeah.
yeah, so over the course of the past, I say like year and a half, 2 years, I've been cutting that stuff off, like changing my eating. I grow my own food in my backyard.
Okay.
Cool.
I don't listen to mainstream hip hop. I don't watch. The only things I really watch is like podcasts or documentaries, stuff like that.
Okay.
I watch Power and then
Okay.
stuff like it. But so I changed the things that I consume and completely changed my life.
Okay.
Like the way that I think, the way that I process things, the way that I handle different situations, all that changed because my mind changed, because I ain't have all that bullshit going in it.
Right. So let me ask you this. So you don't do a lot of stuff just on the fly. If somebody, if you think about doing something like you say you're a shoe guy.
Mm-hmm.
So you online, I like these. You gonna hit submit, or you like, I'm gonna just wait, let me just see.
See now, like when it comes to like actually buying things, like shopping, I'm not big on it now because I feel like I done had everything.
Right.
Okay.
I get it.
Now there was a time when it was like that, and I was like, oh, I like these. Let me hit them. But like I said, I'm just at the point now where that stuff doesn't excite me.
And I agree with you. I think, as we get older,
You still excite me. though.
And he's a father.
right, but that's what I'm saying. I think
I'd
for
rather
me,
take a
that's the most important thing to me is what's in my house, not the house itself.
Yeah.
So, your family, that's the most important thing. And I think a lot of times that you work so hard to get certain things, and then when you get it, like, man, like, I can't even, you know what I mean? Like, it just that it don't hold that much no more.
I'm like that with cars, and I still ain't learned my lesson. Like,
You still car crazy?
I get a car. Like, I get a car and be, man, this. And I soon as I done drove it, a year later,
I don't
You
want
want something else?
like, it's not even a whole year. It'd be 6 months, 5-6 months in. I'm like,
I don't want
I
this
need
no
a
more.
different car, bro. I don't even.
Yeah.
So what? Have you always liked cars like that though, or
But I mean, even if it's not a nice car, it's just, I got
just
the
a car like
now,
this? A
like,
whip? Yeah, it's a whip.
That's that.
I need an upgrade.
Huh?
That attention deficit disorder.
That's what it is.
I mean, it could be. I don't know, but it's I don't know, bro.
Are you in the cars like that, or you like?
I was
So at one time you was into.
last year, probably beginning of last year.
Okay.
I had about 6 cars,
Wow.
but I also
At
was
different
renting
time?
some of them out. I
Okay.
had bought some to rent out too.
Rent out, okay.
But yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, I had a lot of cars in my
Had a
driveway.
fleet. Okay.
And
So you just
and
wake
that
up
was
without
and that
one
was
drive.
something that I was like proud of. Like I can pick
In the car.
I can
Yeah,
pick
go
a
get
Tesla,
that.
I can pick BMW, I can pick a truck, I can
Yeah.
pick a Jeep. But now, and again, I think and part of the silver lining from that situation is really realizing that those things don't really mean nothing.
And like I said, it's safe to say you done came a long way from that headboard at Nashville.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
And I think we all have like different things that motivate us. Like I always tell people, you got to have something that takes you when you feel like, I ain't gonna never put myself in this situation again. And when you get the way you want to be, like, I'm straight now.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah,
Like
you got to go through conflict to be
absolutely.
successful. You have
Right.
to. Ain't no way around it.
And I think with the younger generation, they don't handle adverse situations.
We don't put them in
You
it.
can't appreciate the sunshine if it don't ever rain.
They haven't really. If you think about it, they're the first.
Boy, you sound like Don
Yeah.
Magic Wine with that, boy. That would be a poetry right there, boy.
I almost thought he
Hold
meant-
on.
thought he
Say that
meant
again,
weed.
please.
You can't appreciate the sunshine if it don't ever rain.
There you go.
Yeah.
You welcome.
There you go.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I got emotional.
We are the first generation. And never our kids now. This generation, or the really young ones, don't understand what the sacrifice was that got us here either.
Right.
Like they think this thing is disassociated hundreds of years ago.
It's a tree outside that grow money.
Yeah.
The ATM card always gonna be good.
and that's the
or
parents' fault.
that we never went
It's
through
definitely
struggle.
the parents' fault.
It's the parents' fault. Because the whole goal was always, I'm going to give my kids what I didn't
Whatever,
have.
yeah, everything.
But you never teach them how to get it.
How to
The
get it.
same with using the buzzword generational wealth. Nobody really knows what that is.
You're right.
There's not one. We don't have an example of generational wealth. You can't name one black family that
Other
has.
than the Johnsons, yeah, nobody.
Who?
I mean, you talking about Johnson Johnson?
They sold. Which
Yeah,
is
they
crazy.
sold, but I
They
was saying,
sold
like you
it.
say, but just like
70% of wealth passed down in the black family is gone by the second generation.
Yeah.
90% is gone by the third generation.
Right,
and that's
absolutely.
sad.
Right.
So you sit back and think that's sad. Like, and even to put it in perspective, Michael Jordan is a billionaire, and his wealth could be gone in the next 40 years.
Which would be insane.
Crazy.
I think Huizinga's family did that too. I mean, he's like probably a one-off for them, but Wayne Huizinga's family,
But he Hispanic though, right?
right? But I don't know what he was, but I know his family.
Oh, he was white. Okay,
Yeah,
so
Torres, don't put him with us.
Yeah, he's working for the Marlins. So you see how he
Yeah,
disassociated?
don't put him
Put
with
him with
us.
us, man.
I used to watch that helicopter land right in front of me.
But and I think, like you said earlier, you talk about how people, when you've never had and you get it, and I think, like, I saw Charles Barkley said something where he said a lot of athletes, basketball players, 5 years after playing are broke.
Which is incredible.
NFL players
man. They
are
got-
broke 4 years
Yeah.
after playing.
Because nobody talks about how you have to maintain that lifestyle.
Right, because it's a window of your life, unless you wanted to really.
And I'm
finish.
what Charles
you gotta-
Barkley
and you gotta
said,
think-
that money got to last you for the rest of your life.
Yeah, you gotta think like your career is over and you 26 years old. You've retired at 26 years old.
Right, or you've been cut and can't catch on no
That's a
way.
retirement. You forced
Right.
into retirement.
Yeah.
So like now, how are you going to generate this type of money and continue to live that lifestyle?
Right.
And that's the thing. The more you buy, the more you have to make to maintain.
Right.
And see, that's like with anything. Like what people know about buying cars, but they don't understand. You can buy it, but you still got to maintain it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured that out. Well, when I bought,
And like you said, but I think, but that's the thing, like you said, because and then, sometimes when we in that moment, right now, I want this right now, I'm getting this right now, I just deal with it later. But 3-4 months dealing, we be like, damn, like, what was I thinking about when I went and did this?
Wish I wouldn't have done this.
Yeah, I wish I would have did this.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people don't process. But like you said, being financially literate and understanding budgeting your money and paying stuff on time. I even think about how AmScott has made a killing with doing the payday loans,
Doing
cash
predatory
advances, and
lending.
stuff like that.
that
Predatory
should be
lending.
outlawed, bro.
That's what I'm saying. But you sit back and think, if I loan you $500 and you could pay me $50 every pay period, and whenever you decide to pay the $500, hey, I'm still gonna get this $50.
Right.
So you probably have to wait till you get your income tax or something come together to pay us. I've heard of people that have gone.
So hold on. So they paying a 50 and it's not even going to the balance?
No, they just pay it. You got to pay. You got to pay.
They're renewing the loan.
You're renewing the loan, so it just steady goes. So unless you pay the entire balance in 2 weeks, they'll just hit you. Okay, $50, until you say, "Hey, I'm doing everything to close this out."
So they just taking $50 a week.
$50
And you 10 months, 10 weeks, you done paid the 500, but
But you still ain't paid. You
500.
still ain't paid.
20 weeks.
Yeah. You still ain't paid. So they done made $1,000 off your 500. So you sit back and think, and then I know AmScott at one time,
Bro, that's crazy, bro. How we open up an ounce? How you open one?
I don't know, but like I said, but even like Michael
what you-
Clayton,
I mean-
Michael Clayton was actually, he was
He been
outside
wildin'.
one
He
talking
been
about it.
wildin' on,
Right, he was getting on because they were charging, and then you sit back and think. The bad thing is when some people, and that's why I go back to the importance of having credit. When you don't have credit, okay, I gotta get my car fixed. Okay, your car's $600. Okay, but I gotta pay my rent. What do I do?
Y'all got a layaway plan?
You gotta come in here. Okay, well, hey, you can come in here and do this loan, or we'll give you $500. Okay, great.
That ain't never crossed my mind to go in and ask for them people for money.
But you be surprised, and the thing
Like,
is though, but you sit back and think all the AmScotts are in urban communities. Now I'm gonna sit, and
They're not even
and-
outside of Tampa.
Okay, but I'm telling you what I observed.
On my house. When
There's ain't that many.
Yeah.
You probably maybe 2 or 3 from.
I mean, outside of this area,
right, but I'm saying, but over
they
56.
ain't in Jacksonville.
Okay, but I'm gonna break this down for you. If you go, you do Hillsborough, Fowler, Hillsborough, Columbus. It's at least 25 Amscots, and that's probably easily from Columbus to Fowler. That's maybe a 9-mile stretch. So when you throw all together, but see, once again, that's in a city. So when you can't go into a bank and apply for a loan and get credit, and even like what people don't understand is that when you don't pay people, that debt don't go nowhere. It may be off your credit, but it don't go nowhere.
And the thing is, like, you shouldn't even be at Amscot. Like, you shouldn't have to go cash a check at Amscot. You should have a bank account.
But once again, if you don't know no better, let me say this: if you've messed up your account at a young age, you can't get an account nowhere. So that's part of how they lure you in. And it's like I said, just like you spoke earlier, they all working together.
I go to Amscot for money orders.
Okay, and that's fair. But you know what?
They changed the rules on the money orders too at Scott.
You can't get money orders no more.
No,
you got to pay.
It has to be a certain under a certain denomination.
Yeah,
otherwise,
under $500, right?
I think it's what it is. You can't get big money orders anymore.
So they broke it down. It's $500 increments. So they'll give you 500, 500, 500, 500.
They give you 3 for 1,500. But like you said, but even with that though, it's all part of the hustle that how they making money off poor minority people, just poor people in general. And you sit back and think, okay, hey, if I'm getting a loan and I'm paying $50 every 2 weeks for 6 months, you done got $300 out of me.
But they provide a service.
But the service, but I understand what you're saying, though. It's like the service they are providing a service, but after
you don't have to partake.
You're right, but after you provide a service, like what are you charging me for?
So this is
for your bad for what you didn't get from him.
Like what are you charging me for? Like I don't.
The interest rate was predatory.
Right,
yeah.
29.
But I remember there's somebody nobody liked who was trying to get rid of that predatory lending back around 2000. Yeah, you already know what I'm talking about.
What he look like?
Huh? President Obama was trying to get rid of a lot of that stuff.
I said, who he look like us or he look like them?
Of course he does. And well, he's also the one that told y'all to be wary of that Citizens United ruling, which I still think was a piece of. But anyway,
you want to talk about Project 25?
We do. You got to talk to him about that. You know, I get on it.
No, he ready to crank up. He ready to crank up. We ain't gonna talk about it though. We ain't gonna talk about it.
But no,
you like a wild dog right now. You serious? Gotta put a leash on him. Hey, damn, Cujo. Heel, boy.
Well, look at here. But anyway, and you know, he got rid of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the CFPB.
Yeah, speaking to the mic so they can hear you.
Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, they started getting rid of, you know, people say, I hate regulation, but regulation is what keeps these things from happening to people. Regulation, I mean, the street way to say regulation keeps you dumbass from being taken advantage of.
Right.
Yes and no. Because there's a lot of things within those regulations that nobody speaks about and you would never know unless you go read it.
He sound like T.I. right there. Yes and no.
Because I was reading all those regulations, the laws, the bills, that 1,000-something pages.
They have pork in them because the bill may be named one thing and have several
so
different things.
There's a lot of stuff that's hidden in those.
I believe in single item bills, but you know, if you get single item, you know, you don't get anything done if you had a single item bill. Nothing would get done. Yeah. In other words,
that's like
okay. I want to pass
the school board.
Yeah, I want to pass this. I want everybody to have this right here. Well, Dawson, I'll give you that, but everybody got to get this kind of car key. So, okay, we'll call the bill the "Why Don't We Ask" bill. But in that, we're gonna have this, this, and this. Otherwise, we don't get enough votes to get anything done.
Yeah, and they only gonna talk about one thing.
That's simply
we're gonna talk about why don't we ask why.
Right.
Yeah. So that's, I think, really what it come down to, in my opinion, is the self-education outside of school, because the school system never gonna teach you that.
Well,
they're never gonna teach you.
The onus of your child's education should never be placed in the hands of strangers.
Right. So that's why I say I'm not one that leans heavily on school, because kids sit in school for 8 hours a day. Kids ain't supposed to be sitting at no desk for 8 hours a day.
Montessori school.
And then on top of that, they come home and they got homework. So within that 8 hours, they not doing that work. So what I want to continue to push in the households is the education at home, and but we have to educate ourselves in order to be able to educate.
I'll see what I used to say when I was on those SAC committees. You know, big dummies make little dummies. Education, intellect is inherent. People don't want to hear that, but that's just the truth. You know, you tend not to get a dirty foot in the thug and create a Rhodes Scholar. It just don't tend to work that way.
Okay.
But we also had parents that had, our parents demanded, like my grandparents, you know, Big Pop, my dad's father, I don't think did in 9th grade or 8th grade. I don't think my Big Mom did either.
Right.
But look what their children all did.
Right.
Same thing with my mom. My mom was the first integrated class, and I didn't know that until much later at Warner Robins High.
But I think also with that is that our parents we had foundation. And I think that's something that's missing today.
We had reminders too.
It was called ass whoopings. Was a reminder.
No, but we had like you say, Waldo.
But you had reminders.
Right, but even like perfect that Waldo from a family, just cousins.
No,
250. It's a bunch of them. So you got so many pieces to the puzzle. The family's, the unit is strong.
Like Alien.
It's strong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, just since you brought up my family, like.
You got everything educators in your family too.
Yeah, everything y'all saying about the families is true, and everybody wanted their children to be better than what they were.
Right,
right.
My grandfather was
not just look better,
a carpenter.
Better.
He I found out he pretty much built majority of the downtown Dade City, which is basically a street.
Right, 301.
Majority of that, he pretty much built him and his brothers. He taught his boys how to build. If you put all of them together, they can build a house from the ground up. Not
like my old brothers.
So not one individual person can build a house from the ground up, but we have drywall,
like my
floors,
old brothers were doing
plumbing.
When we first noticed my damn white mama.
Now, after that generation, they want it better for their children, which is us not understanding what the trades that they knew could have been better for their children, but they wanted education. So everybody pushed education in college, which
instead of trade,
instead of doing the trades and everything that was built like into them, like
instead of or in addition to.
No, I think
instead of So after my uncles, my generation, we don't know how to build nothing.
Manual labor was looked down upon.
Exactly.
We don't know. I don't know how to build nothing. Like he said, like I seen Vic do turn his wall into an entertainment center. Like I don't know how to do none of that.
In it?
The media wall, just
But I had an uncle that was a brick mason.
I was amazed. I don't know how to do none of that. But my uncles, all of them,
but they wanted better for you, so they didn't want you to be doing.
They didn't want me to do
manual labor. Was frowned upon, and the stereotype was they ain't got no education, they don't know nothing, so you just get out here and work with your hands. So I get it. I'm telling you, I still remember my uncle, God bless his soul, Walter Johnson was a brick mason, and he built his house, and like I said, but his hands, I look at his hands like, man, like. And I knew for me, I don't want to work like that. You talk about being out, in the heat. It's a different kind of heat now. So anybody working in the heat now, my prayers to you. But even at that time, you should think, I knew I didn't want to work in the heat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But back then, that was your way of surviving. That's how you provided for your family. That's what you did. So we're going to take our last break, and then we're going to do rapid fire with my man, Vic Gurley. So we're going to bring these our two grocery spots. Let's do Conan's barbecue first. I'm gonna call them Trick Torres if you don't mind. You been to Conan's yet, Vic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
You been over there?
I've been there.
Okay.
Yeah, I went there a while back.
Okay.
It's been a minute, but
go check them out, man.
You don't really be eating too much meat.
Yeah, I don't eat meat, no.
At all?
Yeah.
Nah.
Just vegetables, fruit.
Yeah, I eat
Everything he
fish
grow at the
sometimes.
house.
I eat fish sometimes.
They got
Grow
fish on the
everything
floor.
at the house, yeah.
They said Bob trying to got fish on the floor. Okay. 1510 Hubert, Tampa, Florida, 33607-813-870-0404. They'll be back at it Thursday, 11:30. Go check them out. And well, we probably gonna kick it this evening. Pull a wing stop, please. We got 9 locations that rock with us. I want to thank Tina, Eddie, and the crew at Wingstop. They got some new locations.
Shout
coming.
out to the gang.
Absolutely. 23048, Florida Highway 54, 813-705-9464. 219 Bruce B. Downs, 813-536-0222.
Yeah.
Smack dab in the trap, 2115 East Hillsboro, 813-559-1527. Right by Alibi. You're right. You're right. I don't know what the cost is on Monday, but they probably got the doors open. You ride down Hillsboro, the doors are definitely open. 10019 no damn baby, 813-374-3566. Down there, Polk County by Club Kathleen, 4217 South Florida, 863-450-2353. 14915 North Florida Avenue, 813-851-0088. That's down about Old Malibu. In the newest location, 107 South Dale Mabry, 813-551-2423, right there on Kennedy and Dale Mabry. Then where it all started, 2776 North Fowler, 813-903-9464. And Chop Shop headquarters, 9305 North 56, 813-373-5174. I noticed Doss called his in. That's why he get his before we do.
Yeah. Yeah, he probably texting the order in right now.
Yeah, he probably did.
No, I won't be there. I got to take my daughter.
I ain't asked you. I don't care. I don't care.
Yes, you brought it up.
So that's fine. So that's our last break. Tori, we
They
come back.
provide a
Let's get.
service, remember?
Say what now?
Provide a service.
Yeah, they do. But I mean, I didn't ask you what you was doing.
Call-
That's fine. No
call-in
problem.
service. I utilize the call-in service.
I'll call you tonight private to hang up. Let's pull up and we're gonna take our land break. Give us like a minute, Tori. We'll be right back. All right, so we finna get to our last segment of Chop Shop. Our special guest, Vic Gurley, kicking it with us, Vic Gurley Jr., the ultimate hustler. So this is gonna be brought to you by Rapid Fire. I'm gonna shoot Vic some questions real quick. We're gonna cut up a little bit and get into the man, the ultimate hustler. So pull up Rapid Fire, please. My partner Nick Wilson
Shout
doing
out
great
to Nick,
things
man.
at Boss Hog and Company.
And shout out to Renee.
Yeah, Renee definitely good people. Your load our
You
strength.
know, Renee live in Dade City.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Dade City. Email renee@smith@bosshaulllc.com.
Good
Main
people.
office 813-364-4390.
She look familiar.
Nick also bringing the food truck festival. He trying to get it finalized just on Saturday.
Yeah, so he can have
Nick got
all
some
y'all
stuff
hating,
coming.
all y'all hating, ain't nobody come to y'all food truck, man. Y'all make sure y'all show up.
And that's something we got to start doing too, man. Like, people, whatever your hustle is, man, if people ain't supporting what you doing, you got to you
You
can't
gotta
be-
do better.
Yeah. I'm tired of that, man. We so quick to I'm just saying that we so quick to talk about we
Hit
looking
dog,
for.
we'll holler now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I ain't say nothing to you, bro.
We got to change that narrative though, man. Like I said, if you got
Yeah, we
whatever
really
it is
do.
whatever it is you moving, trapping, there are options that people take. You can't be mad at somebody to go to somebody, and you can't expect for somebody just because you are right with them.
And just because you selling oxtails for $25 and they paid $65, $70 for some more oxtails, you can't be mad.
Yeah.
You got to be able to sell your oxtails at that price. You can't be mad at that.
You can't.
Like
I say, you got to respect.
Some
the hustle,
people don't
man.
like.
Like I
Vic don't like designer. He don't like designer clothes. He wear real clothes.
Yeah,
real clothes. That's what he wear. If somebody else want to buy a $600 T-shirt, that's on them.
And
don't get mad at
what
them.
that real stand for again?
Rich even after losses.
Rich even after law. I like that. So let's get into it. I got some good questions for my man Nick out of Cashville. All right. Best rappers out of Tennessee.
Dolph. Wait, how many I'm naming?
I'm telling you, you can do a Mountain Rushmore if you want to do a group. That's just one. So however you want to do it.
I do top 3.
Okay.
Dolph, Starlito.
Okay.
All-star. And then I guess
3 then. You say if you lead off, he's 3.
No, Dolph won.
Dolph won.
Yeah.
Dolph won. He say Star Leader. I'm waiting to see. I ain't heard that and catch my ear yet. I'm waiting.
Best rappers out of where?
That's his opinion, dog. Out of Tennessee.
Tennessee.
I'm waiting.
Yeah, I am too.
Y'all niggas old.
Yeah, but he grew up on that. I'm waiting to see what he gonna say. I'm waiting. And don't do it for these yours. They're what you ride with. This what you standing on.
I feel like my answer's different now.
Go ahead.
Because I'm more intellectual.
Let's do it. Let's say prior to the book. Let's say prior to the book. What was Vic on then? Vic said Vic started moving the shows a little bit.
Juicy J, Player Fly.
Okay. No Ball and G, nowhere in the equation.
Yeah, I mean,
That's the first. Well,
That's what I was
That's
looking
what I'm
for.
saying. Y'all niggas old, man. Everybody
Yeah,
ain't
so
that no more.
I did. But yeah, that was a little older.
I'd be obliged you step outside. What about Tila?
he said Project Pat though.
Tila ain't have enough material.
Man, Tila had showed up. That was enough for me, but that's clear. I don't
Tila
care where you
have
at right
material.
now. If you play showed up, you drop that beat right now. Come on, man. Check your bra underneath and blow a dress. And I can take. When I told him my name would be a Bixby. That's a rap verse. Classic rapper.
That's all he got. What else he got?
Okay, we'll move forward. You seen Bad Boys yet?
Not the new one.
Not the new one. What's your favorite Bad Boys prior to, if you ain't seen this one? 1, 2, or 3?
I'm gonna say the first one, the original.
All right. Minister Society, Boys in the Hood.
Minister Society.
Okay.
I used to watch that movie every night.
Juice or Above the Rim?
Juice.
Okay. I like that. Okay. Let me see. I gotta go. I'm trying to think of another good one I got for him. Favorite athlete, living or dead?
D Wade was my favorite.
Okay.
Now I like Anthony Edwards a lot.
Yeah, man, he from the crib. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Favorite Tennessee Titan of all
Javon
time?
Curse.
The Freak?
Yep.
Freak? Oh, okay.
I thought you might have said McNair.
I thought he was gonna say Will Levis.
Will
Javon Curse. And see, I think it's probably too because I met Javon Curse
Okay.
one time. I was outside the practice. He actually drove across the street to say what's up and sign a jersey.
Okay.
So
4 miles. 4
he
miles
real
on.
cool, real cool.
Yeah, he's solid dude, man. I seen him a couple times. He good dude. So I know you say you grow your own food. So prior to you growing your own food, what did you eat a lot? That's Tampa, like Tampa style. What did you eat a lot of?
Wings.
Wings.
Yeah.
Favorite type of wings, and when you did eat them,
Lemon pepper.
lemon pepper.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Well,
fair.
I'll eat some for you.
Can't go wrong with that. You got a long road trip, and you got 3 artists, living or dead, you can take with you. What catalog? Who your 3? It could be a group, whatever. Who you ride with? 3 artists. If you want to say Dolph again,
from here to Cali.
you want to say Dolph again, that's fair.
3 artists from here to Cali.
Yeah, living or dead, who riding with you?
My ear different now. Sade.
Okay.
People might not like this one, but R. Kelly.
I mean, he made great music. I mean, he made great music. Go ahead.
Hey, Hall of Fame.
You can't deny the artistry.
Yeah, you can't.
Who else I'm gonna say? It's a dude, Masego. It's
Okay.
a newer cat, but it's nice vibe, soulful vibe.
Dungeon Family or Wu-Tang?
Wu-Tang.
Favorite Wu-Tang artist?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know?
Honestly, I don't know.
That's fair.
I know Wu-Tang, but I don't know him like that to have a favorite.
Okay.
So I don't really know.
You like Jordans?
Yeah.
What's your favorite one?
The 11s.
Okay.
11's the most popular.
The 11. Okay.
Yeah.
Who your favorite college football team?
Tennessee.
Vols. Okay.
Yeah.
Favorite Tennessee player?
From college.
Yeah, from college.
Eric Berry.
From the crib. Okay. Shout out to Leanne Young. That's my classmate, nephew. Cool dude too, man. Cool dude.
Yeah.
Cool too.
Man, nobody asked you all that.
Okay, but any advice any advice you can get to young entrepreneurs, and we'll close it out with that. Because you got it from the mud. So I mean, your story needs to be told. You got it from the mud. So
Really, the best thing, especially if you an entrepreneur, is don't be afraid to blaze your own trail. I feel like in entrepreneurship now, everybody's copying everybody, and everybody's trying to ride these waves, and they're very temporary. Like they'll do something, and then it's like, oh, that ain't hitting no more.
that wave
Now I gotta
crash,
jump
you
over
gonna
here.
drown.
So actually invest in acquiring like skill sets, learning leadership skills. That's a big thing. So I would say focus on the skill sets and blaze your own trail.
any shout outs you want to give before we get out of here, man?
Shout out to the Real family, anybody that supports the Real brand. All the people that pre-ordered the book.
Yeah, I get on.
Definitely appreciate
I'm doing
that.
today. I'm doing that tonight.
Shout out my dog Marshina. I think she might be watching. She been scheduling my podcast interviews for this book run, so definitely
I'm glad you
came in
came
the
and kicked it with us
clutch.
then. Yeah, that's
Definitely
great.
came
That's
in the
great.
clutch. She got me. Yeah, I got all kind of stuff coming.
Are you doing a book signing somewhere or?
Yeah, so that's actually we was talking about it today. It's probably gonna be on the 20th
At
at
Thursday?
a spot called the Wine Room.
Okay.
Yeah. We shoot
What time?
for,
You don't know the
7,
time yet?
7 to 10.
And where's that at?
It's in Tampa. I don't know what that area is considered, but I'll get y'all the info.
Yeah, let World Famous know. We'll piggyback off World Famous.
Yeah, let me know. I get it out.
Yeah.
I get it out to the masses.
Okay. So also one last thing I want to put out, man. We finna put that out for me real quick. So I got some folks. We finna get this going. Humble Hustlers. That's King's Care, GD Naps, Falkenberg Production, Conan's, Boss Hall, Group Home Guru. Got some good stuff coming. We giving away book bags at Conan's on Friday, August 9th, 3 to 8.
I'm being in Miami.
Saturday, August 10th. I know where you going to be. 12 to 7 on the 10th, and then Sunday on the 11th, 12 to 5. I know you're going to be at the game. I'll probably FaceTime you, though. You going to answer the phone?
Nah.
I appreciate it. Thank you. So I kind of figured that. So, yeah. So any donation you give, man, we set a goal to try to give away 1,000 book bags. So whatever you give, it all it all adds up, man. So just definitely hit my number. That's why you looking at me like that. 813-857-4794.
What did you say? We can't say it on air.
No, please don't say that. No, we can't do that. Don't say that. So yeah, that's it. And also on a more serious note, man, a friend of mine, Olivia Wolf, lost her son last week. Services upcoming weekend. 30 years old, man. That's why I say it's just so crazy. We live in a world now, there are no guarantees on nothing. So, love your people while they're here, man, because this thing is for real.
Yeah.
So, all the dads, keep doing what y'all do. I'm hoping that you get the big piece of chicken this upcoming Sunday, whatever it is that you like. For your case, a big piece of fruit, so whatever it is, that you're into, you know what I'm saying? Because that's very important. I just think that, and I hate to say that, but I just think, dads don't get the recognition that mamas do. But, hopefully the narrative will change. I know my wife gonna look out, so, I'm grateful for that. But they don't, it's a lost art.
Saw a post on Facebook where it says, Fathers eat free at Chick-fil-A on Father's Day.
Yeah, somebody put that post out here. They closed on Sunday, so yeah, I caught that. But
they even closed at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. I mean, at the
yeah, they for real about that. But now you can smoke in there now.
Yeah, I seen that
at the Atlanta where the Falcons play.
in your seat.
In your seat.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that's gonna be a game changer,
In your
boy.
seat. You can smoke in
You
your
can
seat.
vape. I mean, they all that. There'll be a lot of reefer circulating out there at the
That's
Falcons
the
game.
wrong
Boy.
place to do that.
Yeah, Atlanta gonna be buck wild, boy. They get in there early. Doing they can smoke. They get in there early out here.
Yeah.
They watch them shag puss and everything. They get at 10:30. Man, go on and fire up. Go on and fire up, dog.
Yeah, he caught that motherfucker just then, boy.
That boy, that boy number 9 bad. What's his name? Penny? Yeah, he bad.
That boy bad.
Like I say, yeah, man.
Boy.
Just and before we get out of here, man, we got DJ Jenkins coming next Monday. That's actually a university. That's a Thomas Jefferson incoming senior. So we got him covered and did real good at State for track. So that's all we do before I get out of here, man. Anybody want to be a star, want to be an artist, I want to see the exec producer, all in the videos, all on the record, dancing, come to Death Row. So for my man Vic, Torres go on the cruise in 2 weeks. He done tried it.
Make sure y'all check out Real Clothes. I don't know if y'all seen the glasses, the shades.
Oh, yeah.
He definitely
Oh,
got
them your glasses too?
Yeah,
Yeah, we got to get to play on that, man.
Yeah, man. So
He don't be plugging himself like he posed to.
Yeah, Vic, you got to get out here, put your trap down,
I
man.
know that was. You should have had that by the book.
Yeah.
I mean, I had them up here. They can see.
Vic, how much the glasses go for? I got to ask, what them glasses go for?
For the low.
40.
Okay, but I like them though.
low.
Like I said, I like that. That give that studious look. Yeah, I like that. They wear that back in the day doing the videos.
Gives him that studio.
Andre 3000 vibes.
Yeah, I like that. Do your thing, man. I ain't
He
mad at
gives
you.
him that studious look.
Not everybody. Let's make that.
I was not this glasses off. I was not this glasses off. So
So Charles and Shaq was doing that.
Yeah.
Everybody can't wear every set of glasses now.
I feel you. So for Torres, my man, like I say, Vic, once again, coming to kicking it with us, man. We got to definitely get you back on and, give Walter the information about, your setup for the book signing. So for Dade City, Ruff, all the fathers out here, man, uncles, baby daddies, stepdaddies.
Hey, I
what
might
you
have
say?
All the studs.
Father's Day
Here you
specials,
go.
man. We
Here you
take
go.
25% off. You
said
catch me by
stud.
Sunday.
He says, cut his mic, man. Keep God first. Hey, when you see us, holler. Good night.
Hey, man. Hey, we all, man. Let me tell you something.